There is nothing like holding a beautiful fantasy book in your hands. The intricate covers, the sprayed edges, the smell of adventure waiting inside. But then you check the price, and suddenly reality hits. If you're like me and you love reading books, and I mean lots of books a year, but you don't want to sell your kidney to buy all the books in your never-ending TBR list, don't worry, I got you covered. Hello friends, welcome to my channel. My name is Alina and today I want to share with you all the amazing ways how you can save on books. I will tell you about places where you can get cheap or even free books. So let's go. Okay, I know you know that libraries exist, but I don't think enough of us are using them to their full potential. Your library is more than just a place to borrow physical books. You can borrow ebooks and audiobooks. So even if you don't feel like leaving your house, you can download books for free through apps like Libby and Hoopla and CloudLibrary and some of the others. So I don't think there is an excuse not to use library. And hey, I know I am the one to talk. It literally took me 1 year to actually go to the library and get a card. It took me 2 minutes to register and get my card. I don't know why I haven't done this before. It's an amazing way to get free ebooks and audiobooks and physical books. And the thing about libraries, I didn't even know it myself. You can actually request books to be brought into your library. So if you're thinking, oh, but my library doesn't have good books, you can actually request it and people who work there will actually try and get it for you. That's amazing. Alright, next one is thrift stores. And I think we all know that thrift stores exist. But let me put you into some real places where you can get books. I know in US you can get thrifted books in Goodwill and Salvation Army. It could be hit or miss, but sometimes you can find brand new fantasy hardcovers for just $2 or $3. So I think you should give them a chance. For example, in Canada we also have a book thrift store called BMB, and it can also be hit or miss, and sometimes books are not as cheap as you would expect them to be, but sometimes you can find real hidden gems in there. Also, library book sales. When I went to get my library card, I actually stumbled upon a section where they put books for sale, and hardcovers for sale there were something like $2 or $3. It's amazing. I also heard that sometimes you can check out indie used bookstores, and sometimes they would even have something like a trade-in program when you bring your book to the store and you can swap it for a new one. Hey, but there's also an option for those who just would like to stay in, or they feel like a homebody today and they don't actually want to physically go to a thrift store and hunt for books. Maybe it's a bad weather, maybe it's a bad day, I don't know, but you have an option, so that's good. For example, there are many online bookstores that would offer used books or even brand new books, sometimes 70% off. Sources like Book Outlet, ThriftBooks, ebooks, Better World Books. Just you gotta be careful, because once you start browsing there and filling your cart, it's very addictive. It may actually occupy a lot of free time for you. Hey, but that's a free time that you enjoy, right? So hey, what if I told you that you can get free books? But we don't have to be so shady about it. They are actually legal, I promise. There's actually this amazing online source called Project Gutenberg, and you can get all the classic books there for free. Yes, you heard it right. Classic books are public domain, so you can get them for free legally. And so when you go on that website, you're allowed to download any classic book that you want. So if you like Alice in Wonderland or Dracula or even The Hobbit, you can get it there for free. So I highly recommend it. I also heard of the resource called Open Library. It works like a virtual library, so you can borrow ebooks there for free as well. Another resource is tor.com free books. You can sign up for their newsletter and they just give you a free sci-fi or fantasy book every month. Yes, for $0. You have to check it out. Okay, the next one is actually pretty amazing. This is actually like a secret society for book lovers, and I feel like more people need to talk about it. And I myself am still yet to uncover all the benefits that it can bring me. So basically, you trade books with other book lovers instead of buying them. There are online sources like Paperbacks Swap, Bookmooch, so basically you send a book and you get a book. It's simple, genius, life-changing. And there's also a physical way to swap books. So for example, you can check out free little libraries in the area that you live in. Granted, sometimes it's hit or miss. You can't really predict what kind of books will be there. If you go on the website, the free little libraries, they actually have a map of all the locations for the free libraries, for example, in your area. And so if you have time, you can drive and check out the selection that people bring there. Just don't forget to bring your own book so that you can swap and let other people enjoy the book that you've read as well. So this next one was actually such an amazing way for me to save on books last year before I got my library card, okay? And it's so simple. You just sign up for discount and ebook deals. Surprise, surprise! If you want real-time alerts for when fantasy books go on sale, you need to sign up for book deal newsletters. These services send you daily or weekly emails with books that are deeply discounted or free for a limited time. So for example, there is a newsletter sign up like BookBub. It's personalized book deals based on your favorite genres. There is also Free Booksy and Bargain Booksy, alerts for cheap and free books. And if you're using Kindle, just make sure you check out their Kindle daily deals. They have amazing discounts on popular books and sometimes even 80% off. I personally grabbed so many amazing Kindle books for just like 99 cents. It's been a life-changing for me. Okay, we're almost done on all the ways how you can save on books, but I want to leave you with one bonus tip. If you create book-related content, whether it's on YouTube, TikTok, or Instagram, or maybe it's just a simple blog, you can get free books from publishers and reviewing platforms. For example, I got approved for a couple books through NetGalley, so there you request free ARCs, it's advanced reader copies, in exchange for honest reviews. I've only got like a couple books there, but it's been a great experience. There is also this service like Edelweiss, it's another great site for requesting early fantasy releases. Also Book Sirens and Hidden Gems. Indie authors provide free books for influencers in exchange for reviews. And you can also try reaching out to publishers directly. I haven't done this myself personally because I don't feel like I have enough following just for that. But if you do have a growing audience, you can just email publishers directly to request the PR package. I think it's a great way to get your hands on soon to be released book. Hey, but even with small audience, you can still start getting free books in exchange for your honest reviews. You just have to be consistent with your reviews, and the platform like NetGalley, I think it approved me when I just hit 1,000 followers on TikTok. So, you know, even if you have a small audience, there is always a chance. Just give them a try. So those were my favorite ways to find affordable or even free fantasy books. Hopefully this will help you grow your own book collection without actually hurting your wallet. Hey, and if you have some more secret book buying tips, just drop them in the comments. I'd love to hear them. I always like to check out new ways how I can save on books. As always, happy reading, and I will see you in the next one.